So just feeling into the whole body in Shavasana, your whole body supported by the floor. Begin to deepen your breath, and just with every exhalation, just feel your body become heavier. With every exhalation, feel or imagine tension dissolving, just letting everything go, giving your body time to arrive on the mat, and your mind to catch up. There's probably a lot of busy brain happening at the moment, the way our world is right now. Anxieties may be bubbling in the depths or perhaps boiling over at times. Just allow yourself to create this space for you. This is your time. You've made it here onto your mat. This is yours. Just continue to watch that breath, watching the belly rise and fall with the inhalation and exhalation. You can begin to imagine the breath traveling from the navel up to the heart center and shoulders like a wave on the inhalation. And with the exhalation, you can feel the breath wave back down to the lower abdomen. Just keep on watching the breath, observing. No need to control at this point. Just deepening into a natural, soft, expansive breath, a yogic breath. Keep on following the breath. If your mind wanders, just gently guide it back. Feeling the expansion through the belly, through the chest. See if you can feel it into the sides of your body, the sides of your torso, into your ribs. Just keep on watching that breath, imagining it like a wave from the navel up to the chest and back down. And then just letting go of this breath awareness, letting go and taking a big, beautiful stretch above your head, stretching down into the toes, pointing through the toes. And then with an exhalation, draw the toes back, keep on extending into the fingertips above the head, a full body stretch. And then just bringing your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a little hug. Take a moment if you'd like to just roll through the knees, circling the knees, massaging into the lower back. Making the circles are as small or as large as comfortable for you. Just circling through the knees. And then just letting that go. And rolling off to the side at your own pace. Take a moment on your side. And just take 3 deep breaths on your side. We're going to be moving to standing, so I just want you to take your time, as you move from your side. Another couple of deep breaths here. And then just pushing up with your arms, your hands if you need to, and making your way up to a standing position at the front of your mat. Just take a moment to bring your feet to hip width apart, outside edges of the feet parallel, and just feeling into all four corners of the feet. You can draw your palms to the front in a relaxed manner, have the fingers nice and relaxed, and just draw up through the legs, running your awareness up through the legs, up through the spine, rolling shoulders back and down. Close your eyes for a minute here too. And we're just going to take 3 big, deep, sighing breaths here. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouths. So taking a deep breath in, sighing the breath out with the exhalation. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Fluttering the eyes open and just bringing your fingers to interlock in front of you. Now you can keep your feet at hip width here, or if you would like to, you can also bring them closer together, big toes touching. I'm going to just move with the breath from Tadasana up into just a little balancing pose here. So find yourself a drishti, a pointed focus somewhere in front of you, eye level or above. And we're just going to, with the breath, bring our fingers up, turn them over at the throat center, and just extend up onto your toes. Doesn't matter if you wobble, breathing out, bringing it back down, turn the palms up again, just moving with the breath. Breathing in as you extend, and you can turn them back over as you extend up. Breathing out as you lower. Feel free to pause at the top, or feel free just to keep the heels on the ground if you're not feeling like balancing this early on. We'll just do 3 more at our own pace, timing the movement with the breath. Last one. And then just letting that go. Continuing to move with the breath here. And breathe in, raise our arms, take hold of our left wrist, bend the knees slightly as you just lean over to your right, stretching through the side of your body. Breathing into the center, breathing out, stretching the right side of the body. Breathing into the center, breathing out to the side. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep the knees soft if you need to. Breathing in and out, taking hold at the wrist to accentuate that stretch through the side body. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Once more each side. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in back to the center. Breathing out, floating the arms back down. And then we're just going to move our feet to a good outer hip width, a little less than mat width. And we're just going to do some hip swirls. Keep your knees soft and just gently rocking from side to side. Aim to make a little figure eight with your hips, just moving into the lower back. As the spine starts to warm, you can bring the arms in here and just let them just gently hang and move with the momentum you're creating through your pelvis. Just do what feels good for your body here. And just coming back to the center here. I'm just going to do a twist through the upper spine. Now, similar movement, bringing our fingertips to our shoulders. And then just a gentle twist. Once again, keep the knees soft, keep the hips soft too. They can turn with the movement, but we're just moving gently into the upper thoracic. Let your gaze follow the movement if it feels good. Movement can be as big or as small as is comfortable. You can stay quite center here, or you can start to expand the movement as it feels good. Keep the breath flowing. And then just coming back to the center, slowing the movement down gradually. And then we'll just move into some shoulder circles. So we'll bring our elbows together, and on your next exhalation, fully exhale, draw the navel back. And then as we breathe in, we're going to circle our elbows up and round. As we breathe out, we're going to draw them back together. Breathing in as you open through the chest and expand. Breathing out as you bring the elbows back together and round through the upper spine if it's comfortable. Keep on moving with the breath. Breathing in as you expand and open through the chest. You can look up slightly. Breathing out as you bring your elbows back together, tucking the chin if that feels good. Keep on moving. Timing the movement with the breath if it feels good, if it flows for you. Next time you bring those elbows back together in front, pause, and then we'll circle back the other way, breathing in as you open and expand through the chest, breathing out as you tuck your chin and draw the elbows back together. Really lubricating into those shoulder joints. And last one. And then just lowering the arms. So we're just going to move into some gentle flow to begin. So we'll do some half Surya Namaskara first. So bringing our palms together. We're at the front of your mat. And we're going to start by breathing in, touching palms, breathing out, floating down into your first forward bend. Breathing in, hands to shins or thighs, flat back extension. Breathing out as you lower back to your forward bend. Breathing in, keep the knees soft as you rise if you need to, touch palms. Breathing out, back to heart center. Breathing in, full deep breath. Breathing out as you dive forward, lowering the arms. Breathing in, hands to shins, extend through the spine. Breathing out as you lower back down to your forward bend. Breathing in, bend knees if you need to. Sweep the arms up above the head. Breathing out, back to prayer. Breathing in, deep full breath. Breathing out as you move with the breath, as you lower to your forward bend. Knees as bent as you need. Breathing in, flat back extension, half lift. Breathing out, lowering back down. Breathing in, sweeping back up to standing. Breathing out to heart center. Breathing in and out as you dive forward. This time relaxing the breath and just coming to a ragdoll hang. You can take hold of your elbows if you wish. Let your head relax down. You can even give your head a gentle little wiggle. You can nod for yes, shake for no, just feeling into that neck really gently here. Allowing the weight of the head just to provide some gentle traction for your neck and spine. If it feels good, keeping the knees soft, you can gently move from side to side. And just keep on hanging here. Keep the breath flowing. Using that exhalation to just soften and extend. Take another full deep breath here. And as you breathe out, plant your hands, bend your knees if you need to, and just walk the feet back to your first downward dog. Relax the breath here. Pressing into all four corners of the underside of your hands. Feel into your knuckles and make sure the weight's evenly spread. Wanting a beautiful line of energy all the way up to your tailbone. Your tailbone curls and extends. The back of the legs will also be feeling things here, especially for our first dog of the class. So we can just gently pedal out our feet. Heels don't have to touch the ground here. We're just aiming to extend up into that tailbone, strong through the upper body, through the arms, and a beautiful long spine. Once again, letting that head hang in a neutral space. You can nod and shake again here. And just settle in. Keep the breath flowing, and we'll do 3 big, beautiful sighing breaths from our dog. Breathing in through the nose and a big sighing out through the mouth. Breathing in and out through the mouth. Breathing in and out through the mouth. And then just lowering your knees to the ground. And we'll just step our right foot through between our hands. We'll just spend a moment here with our hips. So cupcake hands or tented fingers, feet planted, well, your front foot planted, toe untucked at the back, And just dropping in through your hips. Hips should be parallel. The right hip shouldn't be further forward than your left hip. Try and draw that right hip back so the pelvis is nice and stable. And then from here, we'll just come up. We can keep our hands here on our knee for support, or we can take a nice deep breath in and lift up into crescent moon. Relax the breath, feeling the breath at the heart center. Lift your gaze slightly if it's comfortable. And just expand and feel the lightness through the upper body and the steadiness, stableness through the lower body, through the legs. And then we're just going to do some sweeping movements with the breath. So taking a deep breath in, extending into those fingertips as we breathe out, coming forward and sweeping down, lifting the arms behind you, breathing in and out as you come forward, lifting the arms, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Once more, breathing in and out. Planting our hands, coming back to our down dog. 3 more sighing breaths here. Breathing in and out through the mouth. Breathing in and out. Once more, breathing in and out. And then coming back down to our knees and stepping that left foot forward. Once again, just taking a moment. You can lift that back knee slightly off and reposition it. Pad it if you need to, if you find it uncomfortable on your floor. And then just begin to sink into the hips. Just paying attention for a moment on the alignment of the pelvis, drawing that left hip back, sinking through the hips, but keeping a nice stable pelvis. Make sure that your back foot is untucked. You can start to open through the chest, and then as we lift up, either keeping the hands here for stability, taking a deep breath in, lifting the arms up, extending through the fingertips, raising the gaze, chin slightly, and just settle in here. Feel the extension from tailbone all the way up through the spine. Feel the breath at the heart center. Beautiful, expansive lightness in the torso, steadiness through the legs. And then moving with me, if that feels good for you. Taking a deep breath in, extending up into the fingertips, breathing out as you sweep down, raising the arms behind you, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Once more, breathing in and out. Plant your hands. And this time we're going to bring that right foot up on an exhalation, back to the front of the mat. And then breathing in, raising our arms up, touching palms, and breathing out, back to heart center. And then just taking a moment here, close your eyes, and 3 beautiful breaths here too. this time through the nose. Opening the eyes, and we'll just move into some flowing salute to the sun flow movements. So taking another deep breath in, raising our arms up, touch palms, breathing out, diving forward, breathing in, fingertips to shins, flat back extension, breathing out, hands to either side of the foot as you step your foot back, big step into a high lunge. Breathing out as you raise that right arm into a twist. Breathing out as you circle it back and down. Both palms to the floor as you breathe out to dog. Take a deep breath in here. And out again. Now we can either move through chaturanga here. If you know it, feel free to do the version with up dog or cobra, or also feel free to come to your knees, arch into cat and cow, and then join us back in dog. So on an inhalation, coming forward, knees to the floor if you need to, breathing out as you lower down, drawing up through the abs, and then coming up on an inhalation to your cobra. Tucking toes back under, pushing back to dog. Breathing in, stepping your right foot forward, back to high lunge. Breathing out, stepping the left foot forward, down into your forward bend. Breathing in, raising arms, touching palms overhead. Breathing out, back to heart center, to our other side. Breathing in and breathing out as you dive forward, bend the knees if you need to. Breathing in, half lift, extend through the whole spine. Breathing out, planting hand, step your right foot back to this time to high lunge. Breathing in as you twist, breathing out as you lower and reset. Breathing in and breathing out, back to dog. This time, big deep breath out here. Breathing in, coming forward. Knees to floor if you need to. Breathing out as you lower. Drawing the elbows in, shining through your chest into a baby cobra or an up dog. Breathing out, tuck toes, back to dog. Breathing in as you step your left foot up. Breathing out, stepping right, extending down into your forward bend. Breathing in, lifting arms above head. Breathing out, lowering back to chest. Breathing in, raising arms. Breathing out as you dive forward. Breathing in, half lift. And out as you sink and extend into your forward bend. Breathing in as you step your left foot back into high lunge, lower through the hips. Breathing in as you twist. Breathing out as you sweep your arm back and push back to dog. Breathing in as you come forward. Breathing out, lower. Breathing in to cobra, tucking those elbows. Breathing out, tuck toes, pushing back to dog. Breathing in, stepping our right foot up, front of the mat. Breathing out, pushing off, stepping left, down and forward bend. Breathing in, lifting our arms, touch palms. Breathing out, back to heart center. Breathing in and out, coming forward again. Breathing in, half lift, and breathing out as you lower. Breathing in, step the right foot back to high lunge, drop the hips. Breathing in as you open into twist. Breathing out as you plant your hands, pushing back to dog. Breathing in as you come forward, knees to the floor if you need to, breathing out as you lower. Breathing in, baby cobra if you need to, just pushing off the palms, drawing those elbows back. Breathing out, tap those toes, back to dog. Breathing in, stepping the left foot up. Breathing out, right. Breathing in, raising our arms, touching palms. Breathing out as we lower. Breathing in and out. Breathing in, half lift. Breathing out as we lower and sink. Breathing in, step our left foot back. Breathing out into twist. Breathing in, lowering arms. And breathing out, pushing back to dog. Breathing in, coming forward. And out as we lower. Breathing in, extending into cobra. Breathing out, tucking toes. Breathing in, stepping right foot up. Breathing out, stepping left foot up. Sinking in. Breathing in, raising arms up. Touching palms, breathing out, coming back to heart center. Close your eyes here. Relax the arms, hands down, palms facing forward, fingertips just gently curled up in a relaxed expression. And just let the breath settle. Feel as if you can draw your awareness all the way from the soles of the feet, up the legs, running your awareness up your spine, all the way to the crown of the head. Imagine that a string is attached to the top of your head, just gently pulling, just extending through the spine, just creating length and lift. And then just fluttering the eyes open and letting that go. Bringing hands back to heart center. Take a deep breath in, raising our arms, touching palms. Breathing out as we come forward. Breathing in, half lift. Breathing out as we sink and extend. Take a big step back with your left foot. We're going to come into Skandasana. I'm going to demo it this way actually. And we're going to start just gently moving with our toes tracking out on a 45 degree. We can stay up quite high here. Our knees want to be tracking over our feet too. We're just going to gently move from side to side. And as you feel into it, you can begin to actually bring your hands down further, sinking lower through the hips. You can almost paint with the fingertips on your mat if it feels good. Moving around the feet slightly, if that feels good for your body. Just moving from side to side, and then just coming back to the center. Now we're just going to turn our toes in, so the outside edges of the feet parallel with our mats and each other. fingers, hands underneath our shoulders, and then just gently lowering down into a forward bend. Keep the knees soft. You can draw up through the front of the legs to protect the knees. You can be as high or as low. This feels good for your body, and just relaxing into this forward bend. You're welcome if you're struggling and don't have blocks at home, to use books, any sort of cookbook, giant cookbook or reference book will do. You could use this if that helps. If you wanted to rest your head even, just coming to a wide-legged forward bend. With every exhalation, just feeling your body soften, more depth maybe, more ease. And take 3 big, beautiful, expansive breaths here at your own pace, just softening with every exhalation. And then when you've finished your 3 breaths, just gently extending back up, straightening those arms. And then we're going to walk our fingertips back as we swivel our feet back towards the front of the mat, lifting that back heel. Take a deep breath in here. Breathing out. Step that left leg back up to the front of the mat. Breathing in as you raise the arms, touching palms. Breathing out, coming back down. Take a deep breath in. Touch palms, breathing out, moving to the other side. Breathing in, touching fingertips to shins, flat back extension. Breathing out, lowering back down into your forward bend. So you take a big step back with the right foot this time. And then swiveling round to the long edge of your mat. Feet at 45 again. And then just coming up into a yoga squat, a wide-legged squat. And we'll just do some lovely big breaths and movements through the legs here. So find your depth where you're feeling a challenge, but you're not feeling out of control. Your breath still flows really nicely and easefully. And we'll just sit here for a moment. We can keep our hands on our hips, or we can take a deep breath in and raise the arms up, extending into a wide V. Try feeling in to your pelvic floor, drawing up. You can tuck the tailbone under slightly, draw up through the front of the abdomen as well, can help. Keep those knees tracking back towards the feet. Deepen the breath. Feeling in to the fuel a deep breath gives you in a strong pose. And we'll just do some movement from the same position. So we'll take a deep breath in and we'll raise our arms up, straightening our legs. And as we breathe out, we're just going to keep our hands soft as we lower them down and melt down. Head towards the ground if that feels good. Breathing in, raise and straighten the legs. Breathing out as you lower. Just keep on moving with the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, pressing into all 4 corners of the feet. Breathing out, keep the shoulders and the hands soft. Breathing in and out. You can even sigh the breath out here too if it feels good. Lowering the head at the bottom too if it feels good. Rounding through the shoulders even can feel nice as we come down. Just feeling into what feels good for your body. And 2 more at your own pace. And then just turning those feet back in to parallel with the outside edge of your mat. I'm going to come forward into a forward bend again. This time, I'm going to try our arms in a different position. I'm going to try our arms in the same position our down dog is. Keep the knees bent and soft if you need to. Just step the arms out and straighten them. Shoulder width apart, fingertips spread, pressing into all of your knuckles, and then just relaxing the head down if you can. Knees can be bent if they need to. Standing up into the tailbone, lengthening through the spine, and just trying to find some comfort and ease in this deep forward bend. Feel free to wiggle that head again here, nodding, shaking, whatever feels good, using that weight of the head to create a little bit of traction. And then just your next inhalation, a full deep breath in. And with your next exhalation, just see if there's any more space, any more softening, even if you just imagine your body softening. And then just coming back up, straight arms under the shoulders, and we'll just gently move back to the front of our mat, swiveling the hands, swiveling the feet, lifting the heel, the back heel, coming back to our high lunge position. Take a deep breath in here, and breathing out, step that right leg back up to the front of the mat, into forward bend. Breathing in, raising the arms up, touching palms, breathing out, coming back, hands at heart center. So we'll do one more set before we move down to the floor. We'll do a warrior. So we'll take a deep breath in, touch palms, breathing out as we come down. Breathing in, half lift, extend through the spine, breathing out, folding down into your forward bend. Take a big step back with the left foot and plant that foot. And if it feels good, you can windmill your hands up to come straight and extended out at shoulder height. Shoulders relaxed. Take a big, deep roll. Shoulders back and down. Check in with your knee, your front knee, your right knee. Is it tracking nicely over that foot and over the big toe and second toe? We don't want it to fall in, we want to protect our knee. Find the depth that feels good for you. Feel free to move slightly here, up and down. Make sure that those legs are far enough apart Feet should basically be underneath your hands. So if you look at where your hands are, feet should be directly underneath. And just bring your focus once again to the breath. Take a deep breath in here. Breathing out, see if you can just find a little bit more depth here. Pressing into the soles of the feet. The outside edge of the left foot rolls into the mat to create a really stable base through this straight leg. Our gaze can be forward to the long edge, or you can turn it and look out over your front, your right hand. Optional drishti on your middle fingertip if it feels good, just to internalize here. Just continue to deepen your breath, energizing and expanding, creating space in this beautiful, strong warrior. Keep on rolling that left hip out if you can. Two more deep, full breaths. And then on your last exhalation here, feel free to windmill or plant your hands as you swivel your left heel up. And take a deep breath here, extending into a nice high lunge here. And breathing out, stepping that left foot back up, sinking into your forward bend. Breathing in, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Breathing out, back over your heart center and to the other side. Breathing in, touch palms, extend, breathing out as you dive forward, knees soft if you need to. Breathing in, half lift, fingertips to shins. Breathing out as we come down. Take a big step back, the right leg this time. Plant that foot, windmill the hands up. Back foot should be on a 45-degree. Extend into that outside edge of that right foot. Bend into your left knee. Just take a look, just check in. Make sure that knee's tracking out over your foot. Aiming the hips back towards the long edge, the chest to the long edge of the mat, extending out, shoulder height through the fingertips. Take a few shoulder rolls, make sure your shoulders are relaxed, back and down. And then if it feels good, turn your head to your gaze, follows along your left arm, drishti at the middle fingertip, if that feels good. Deepen and expand your breath here. Feel the strength in your legs. Keep deepening your breath, feeding your body the oxygen it needs to maintain and explore the depths of this beautiful pose. Feel free to move in and out of it if you need to. And two more deep, beautiful, expansive breaths here. And then with that last exhalation, windmill or plant those hands either side of the foot, swivel the right heel up, take a breath here, inhalation, high lunge, looking up slightly, breathing out, step that right leg up to your forward bend. Breathing in, sweep the arms up, touching palms, breathing out, hands to heart center. Close the eyes, And just take a moment to recalibrate here. Just bringing your awareness back to the length of your spine. And just imagining that beautiful connection from the crown upwards, gently drawing and extending through your spine, imagining that length and that support. And then just keeping your eyes closed if you want to, just gently rolling the body down. Back to the mat, lying on your mat, on your back, and drawing the knees in. Give yourself a big hug, draw those knees in, circling once again if it feels good. Really massaging into the lower back. And then just drawing the knees apart and up towards your chest, and then bringing the soles of your feet parallel with the ceiling. I'm going to move into happy baby here and taking hold wherever feels good. Bend those knees in towards the armpit. You can hold anywhere along the legs that feels good. Shins, calves, ankles, outside edge of the feet. Some people like big toe. Just feel into where feels good for your body and just settle in for a breath or two. Keep your eyes closed. Just beginning that process of internalization. Roll your tailbone down towards your mat if you can, just to create some nice length. And just deepen your breath here. It should feel really good, this pose. And a happy baby. You can invite in some movement, some gentle rocking from side to side if it feels good, or just enjoy the stillness. And then just coming back to the center if you're rocking. And then just planting the soles of the feet back down on the ground, moving in to a spinal twist. Just do a gentle spinal twist. Arms out in a T shape, palms down or up, whatever's good for you. And we're just going to move to our right side first. So we're going to lift our hips slightly and just come onto our right hip, just to increase the range of the stretch. Stacking the knees on top of each other. And then if it feels good, you could bring your hand to your knee or just leave it out. If you're feeling like this is too intense a stretch, you're welcome to grab a pillow, popping it either under a knee or between the knees. And then you can also extend up into your neck by turning your head to look towards your left palm. Trying to relax through that left shoulder. Eyes closed and just feeling in to the breath as it softens and create space in your twist. Take another deep, beautiful breath in. Breathing out, sinking, feeling the weight of your body and the pose. And then just gently bring your feet back onto your mat and just reshuffling your body so you create nice length in your spine, a nice straight spine. Once again, to move to the other side. So just lifting the hips slightly as you roll onto that left hip. Knees come together towards the floor on your left. Relaxing through the lower legs as much as you can. Feel free to use a cushion or a book or anything to prop your legs if you need to. And just aiming to relax through that right shoulder down towards the ground. And if it feels good, turn your head as if you're looking out over your right palm, the right ear aiming towards the ground. No force necessary though. Just letting your body settle where it feels good. Take one more deep, beautiful breath in. And breathing out as you sink and relax and extend into the twist. And then just coming back to the center, feet back to the floor. And we're just going to move into some breathing from Shavasana and a little relaxation before we go. So just feel free to get whatever you need to feel comfortable. You might want a pillow under your head. If you've got a blanket or a jersey you want to pop on, feel free to get yourself nice and comfortable. You can roll up a cushion or a blanket and have it under your knees. Feel free to have your knees bent and tented in towards each other with your feet about mat width apart. Otherwise, it's going to be extending the legs out into Shavasana, the same position we began in, feet falling out to the side, arms out in a low V, thumb and forefinger joined if it's comfortable, palms up. Just lift your head, place it back down on your mat. Make sure your back of your head, back of your neck is lovely and long and extended. You can give your body a little wiggle. Just feel in to the weight of your body on the mat. And bringing your awareness to your breath. Once again, your breath at the navel, the rise and fall, the natural breath. We're going to work with a count tonight and Ujjayi breath, if you're comfortable with that. Ujjayi breath is a yoga pranayama, a breathing practice, very simple, very easy, gentle calming on the nervous system. It's just a light constriction at the base of our throat to produce almost like the sound of the sea, or a very, very faint snore. It should almost be inaudible, something that you hear yourself, but if you were in a yoga class, your neighbor wouldn't necessarily hear. Very low hum, soft, almost sound of the sea, sound of the waves. If this is feeling comfortable for you, feel free to maintain it. And we're just going to start working with a really simple count where we breathe in for the count of 3 and we breathe out for the count of 6, or up to the count of 6. We're aiming to work towards double the length of exhalation to inhalation. So if we breathe in to the count of 3, we breathe out to the count of 6 or near. And just count in your mind. Using a count can be a really effective way to just quieten your mind and create focus. Breathing in to the count of 3. Breathing out as we move towards the count of 6. At your own pace. Feel free to shorten that exhalation if you need to. We want to keep the breath easeful, comfortable. Maintaining that Ujjayi breath too if it feels good, or just letting it go and just keeping that count going. If your mind wanders, don't worry. Just when you recognize it, just draw your awareness gently back without judgment to the count. The rhythmic feeling, the easefulness of an inhalation and an exhalation. The breath should naturally begin to deepen without effort. You may find at the beginning of this practice your exhalation count wasn't quite 6, but maybe it's moving towards 6 now. Breathing in for the count of 3 and out for the count of 6. And then just letting that breath awareness go, letting the Ujjayi breath go, letting the count go, and just feeling back into your body, on the floor, in the room. Feeling into the heaviness of your body lying on the ground, the support the floor gives your body. No need to hold any tension, or if there is tension in the body, just send your breath to that spot and see if you can imagine or feel into that tension releasing on an exhalation, melting into the floor, fully supported. Scan your awareness from the tips of your toes, drawing it up your shins to your knees, front of your thighs, pelvis, abdomen, chest, shoulders, all the way from your fingertips, palms, all the way up your arms to your shoulders, neck, chin, cheeks, nose, forehead and eyes, crown of the head, and then sweeping your awareness along the underside of your body, where your head rests on the floor, along your neck, to your shoulder blades, back of the arms, back of the hands, all the way down your spine, to your buttocks, back of the thighs, back of the knees, your calves, heels, soles of your feet, back to your toes. And just beginning to deepen your breath. We're going to start to make gentle movements, feeling back into our physical body, wiggling our toes, wiggling our fingers, making gentle rotations through the wrist and the ankles if it feels good. You can draw back on your toes, extending through the heels, and then pressing and pointing through the toes, stretching the arms over your head, extending into the fingertips and back down into the toes. And then just, in your own time, rolling off to the side. Take a moment here, a breath or two here, just to let your body recalibrate, feeling into all that beautiful work you've done, moving your body, lubricating your joints, deepening your breath, connecting with your time on your mat. And then just in your own time, gently coming back up to a cross-legged position, keeping your eyes closed if you wish. And then just bringing your hands to heart center. We'll just finish with 3 waterfall breaths, 3 sighing breaths again, like we did with our practice. Take a deep breath in together. And breathing out through the mouth, sighing the breath out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in, deep full breath, and out through the mouth. Namaste, everybody. Thank you. It was lovely to be able to still deliver some yoga to you from the safety of our bubbles. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you next week, hopefully. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Kylie.